sin. One team here might need to ask for forgiveness. Sitting just outside the today has a spot in the top 25. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Terrapins will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes offense will have the opening possession of the game. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Right on the money. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So Maryland's offense has the ball for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
Lost a throw on first down. Close to the marker. It's Manning. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. Plows through the defense. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Manning. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. He's got him still on his feet. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Maryland!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. There he goes. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air. It's Sayin. Lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, give on the inside. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Smith. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. The Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Washington. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Motion from the wideout. They just keep firing. Tosses it incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Webb. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the...
He's going for the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin.
Guys, let's take a look at what's going on. Arkansas State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job. And
the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Touchdown, Maryland! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Holds it, fired complete. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
The Buckeyes will punt this one away.
Offense facing 4th down.
Just needs a crack to get a return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Manning. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed.
Oh, he's got some space. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Terrapins are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Washington. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. And the Terrapins are on the move. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. The running back has it. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency, getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. And this Wildcat is going to be deep clawed, stopped in the backfield.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This drive will open from the 15. He'll keep it himself. Spins away from the defense. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man down the middle. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Brought down at the 31, it is a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Fires left. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Graham. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Right down the boulevard.
Create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
Coming out with it, it's Manning. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And Talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. It's Washington. Fires to the big fella. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. The give is to Smith. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Washington. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown, Maryland! And they take it in for 6 more points. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The give on the option. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Smith takes the handoff. Turning it on. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Washington. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack.
Breaks away on the left. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. A lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds a man on the left. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. That's caught. It's Smith. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. Hauled down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So 1st down will open up the final period. The inside handoff. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. The give is to Smith. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Pulls it in. It's Smith. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I like the execution by this defense, understanding where the 1st down marker is. Let them throw the ball short, come up, get him on the ground.
Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Finds his tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. Bust through behind his pad. Chopped out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Right back to the well. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Out of the gun, the running back has it. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Smith. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play a 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He's got the back in the middle. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Might be changing the route. Looking to pass. It's Washington. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down. And the Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. You can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Complete to start this drive. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He'll set up to throw. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too, so we know they're going to a bowl game. Great, but, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
Now, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.